just wanted to, yeah, I wanted to clarify though the language.
Are we gonna pretend like I'm a 3 and you're my mommy, telling me how to talk?
Wow, okay.
Okay.
So the claim that you're saying is that it is inherently unhealthy to live in a fat body.
It's inherently unhealthy to have excess body fat, yes.
Okay, where are you getting that information from?
Oh, okay. There are dozens of MRT trials that show having excess body fat. Dozens is causal, not correlated.
Oh, no, that's not true. There is no disease that just fat-bodied people get.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that. But obesity lends itself to all-cause mortality across the board. Have you heard of something called adiposopathy? Mm-hmm. Okay, so you know it means literally sick fat. And you understand how it works? Mm-hmm. Okay, tell me how it works.
So it's an additional layer of fat in the stomach area.
No, that's not what it is. It works as follows. When we eat too much food that has energy that we're not utilizing, the body needs to put that energy somewhere, right? So it puts it in fat cells. So it puts it in initially subcutaneous fat cells, a little bit of visceral fat. It's irrefutable. You don't even know what I'm talking about. So
Jillian, okay, first of all, I don't appreciate the way that you're speaking to me right now. You called me out for just trying to understand the languaging and saying I was talking to like a 3-year-old when I felt like I was talking to you very respectfully. You're talking to me very disrespectfully right now.
Here's the thing.
And I want to...
You're telling me you understand it, but you don't understand it. You fundamentally didn't describe it accurately.
But what I understand is that...
What's lipotoxicity?
I don't want to talk about, I am not, okay, here, I'm going to say this straight out. I am not a medical doctor, okay? So I'm not going to talk to you about medical diagnosis because that's outside my scope and I'm fully willing, hey, I'm fully willing to be wrong. What I am here to talk to you about is the fact that people in fat bodies are irreparably harmed going into the medical system every single day because of the term, the O word.
So that's what you want to litigate?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not the claim though.
The idea that fat-bodied people are inherently unhealthy is, I believe, incorrect.
You're wrong.
No, I'm not wrong.
There's a robust amount of data.
I'm not wrong.
Okay, so let me finish the thought.
You can't look at...
Then let me finish the thought.
Let me finish my thought first, please.
Sure.
You can't look at a person's body and tell whether or not tell their health status.
So fat is an endocrine organ. They'll die and they'll rupture. And then the immune system starts dumping macrophages in to try to clean it up.
But do you know what's even more unhealthy is weight cycling. And as we talked about earlier, only except for your people who have
claim. If you want to talk about that claim, we can. The claim is.
So then what are you supposed to do though? So let's say this person is in a fat body and they are inherently unhealthy, right? We're telling they're unhealthy because they're in this fat body. What are they supposed to do?
Will be significantly more prone to all-cause mortality. For me,
intentional weight loss fails 95 to 98% of the time. So what is
why though? You would probably know this better than me.
Because weight is not an individualistic pursuit. You narrow it down to this idea that it's causal, like that they're just not trying hard enough, but that is...
I didn't say that. It's multifactorial, unquestionably. A lot of people lose weight. The problem, right, is that they put it back on. Are we in agreement?
Yes.
Okay, great. Why do you think...
Okay, we got to pause there.
God damn it! All right?
I'm sorry.
John! I'm getting somewhere!
Yeah, but you voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Okay. Hi.
I have lived in a fat body that we had access to.
I understand.
I've done what I needed to do a number of times to try to lose weight.
Mm-hmm. What did you try? Tell me.
I've worked out at the gym. I've tried to do Pilates. Even yoga.
Okay.
Even yoga hurts me.
Okay, so the exercise causes you pain.
The exercise
causes condition. Okay, no problem.
Right.
I'm with you.
Dieting, for example.
Okay.
That doesn't make any sense to me. I don't think that food makes very much sense to me in my neurodivergent brain.
This is where mechanistic eating actually helps people who are neurodivergent, and the research supports that because it doesn't have to make sense to you.
Okay.
In other words, it's like you eat on these schedules and you eat these foods and you eat this much, hence the concept, right, of mechanistic.
Hard pass. I don't like that.
I understand that you don't like it, but you'll have to decide which you don't like more. Carrying the weight or the mechanistic eating, because it actually could be helpful. There are other ways forward, but you told me you tried them.
I tried a whole lot. There's a lot of other things to be concerned about. I'm also a social worker. I work with youth. There are a lot of
Let's go back to you.
yes.
Tell me
I'm saying for me, right? There are many things that I'm more concerned about
Okay.
than my weight. My body is not the most interesting thing about
You just brought
me.
up your weight and said, I don't see a way out of this.
Right,
I've tried
and I've
everything.
just-
You agree with me on this point?
I don't, because I don't think body positivity is the dangerous thing. I think hatred of fat bodies and people hating themselves and people living in self-loathing because they've been taught that their body is the wrong shape, that's the danger.
Both can be true at once. So let's look at this, right? So the
Okay.
first thing we would want to do, obviously, is incentivize somebody. So it's like, okay, what's the why that's going to allow you to tolerate the how? But hold on. That's the positive. That's the inspiration piece. Okay. Now, here's the issue. If that piece, if all the things that they get out of it don't serve them as much as the things they're getting out of being overweight, and it does provide quite a lot. I can give you an example.
Wait.
Then they're not going unconsciously, they will sabotage the change. Can I give you an example so you'll understand it? Okay, there was a kid that I worked with
Okay.
on Biggest Loser. He's 18 years old.
Okay.
He shows up with his dad, Ken. They both lose like 100 pounds. They go home and they're visiting their family. It's the holidays. Doors fly open and there's mom. And mom starts crying. And she's not crying tears of joy. She feels like they're gonna abandon her, like they broke the contract, like they've outgrown her. It helps people change in some cases.
Not in the long term. And I
Okay, we
struggle.
have to pause there.
agree with
Sorry, you've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
So earlier you were speaking about how there's randomized control trials that
There's
show.
MRT, Mendelian randomized control trials that have now shown us that obesity is causal to all-cause mortality.
Okay, so I disagree with that. I think there's
I-
going to
I
be a
have
problem with
dozens.
Yeah.
Good
So,
fact
but
check
here's
them.
why I disagree. Because
You can disagree.
no,
but
but
there
let me
can-
please
there
let me
are
hear me out.
dozens. Okay.
Okay. So the reason why is because registered dietitian, school for 6 years, studying nutrition, weights, all the stuff, and
Tell
we
me
can't
what
keep.
lipotoxicity is.
It doesn't come up in my curriculum because it's bullshit. Because it's a TikTok thing
What is
that's
it?
like,
What
cortisol
is it?
face or whatever.
It's
but
not.
please, just
Listen
back to
to
the
me.
studies.
It is not bullshit.
studies, back to the
it's
studies.
ectopic fat.
But can we just
It's
say,
when
because you
fat
keep sidestepping
ends
and then
up-
we can
I'm
never
not
get anywhere.
sidestepping. This is the claim.
Okay.
Okay. The claim is that obesity is unhealthy. Lipotoxicity
But the
is
reason-
not bullshit.
but-
it is the definition of ectopic fat.
It's
When
funny it never
fat
came up in
gets
6 years of a
deposited-
professional accredited undergrad.
What's fatty liver disease?
I know what fatty liver. I was a
What
clinical
is it?
dietitian in a
That's
hospital.
lipo. Randomized control
But can you just
trials.
listen? So a person,
that
a person.
inherently eliminates any conflating factors because they're based on genetic predispositions coupled with
But can I
lifestyle.
just share?
Okay.
A person in a larger body has experienced things that we can't undo from the fat. So for example, they might have negative health outcomes because every time they go to a doctor, instead of being given an evidence-based treatment, like I have unearned thin privilege, I go to a doctor, I say, my stomach hurts, I get a full
You're
workup.
basically saying the earth is flat. Are you trying to tell me that
no,
having
I
fat
just-
in your liver,
I just wanna talk
having
about-
fat in your heart, having fat deposited in your brain is healthy?
No, I just want to talk
Okay,
about.
so no, you're not trying to say that it's healthy.
No, I'm not trying to tell you that is what I said. I was never talking about the health of it.
Okay.
I'm trying to say everything you're saying is hinging on this idea, and it's a problem that we disagree on it, that it's the weight in and of itself that leads to the negative health outcomes. You're saying this MRT totally is.
Fat is an endocrine organ.
I know, but can you-
It
what about-
releases,
but-
it destroys your hormone balance. It creates insulin sensitivity.
What about the
when
fact-
body has too much fat, it releases insane amounts
Yeah.
of different.
I just wonder, have you heard of social determinants of health?
Tell me about it.
Okay, social determinants.
And here's the
But even
classification.
then, we'd be in this place where, okay, so what do we do? Are we going to send someone down a path of trying to lose weight and then gaining and trying and gaining? And we know that weight cycling in and of itself bad for the heart, bad for insulin, bad for the
What do we
brain,
do?
bad for all the things.
We work with that individual.
That's what I do in my private practice.
Well, that's wonderful.
Yeah, and I don't encourage weight loss because it's unethical.
I disagree with you.
And
I
what's
think it's
ethical? You were
unethical.
asking before,
I think
what
it's
do
unethical
professionals do?
not to be transparent with people about the dangers.
Yeah, transparency is the dangers of weight cycling. You can go down that
That's
path.
a separate issue. You're presuming they're
How-
weight cycling. If you're doing your job, they shouldn't have to weight cycle, right?
No, it's not about me. It's about the body. The body is so smart. But we're animals. Our bodies, when we lose weight, our body goes, oh shit, she just starved me. I'm gonna do everything I can to try to get back to that place.
I think it's
drive
more
up thoughts about
complex.
food.
I think it's more
slow down
complex.
metabolism to conserve the energy you are getting.
So are you suggesting that because it's hard and it's multifactorial, we should negate the dangers and not try to get
I'm suggesting
healthier?
that it's more dangerous to weight cycle than it is to stay in a fat body.
It's still not the claim. And if you want to show me that, sure, show me the data. I'm not going to argue with that. It's not healthy to do that either. That's still not the claim.
Your claim
This
is
isn't a
fat in of itself.
hierarchy
Okay, all
of
right,
what
we're
is
out of-
unhealthy.
We're out of time. We have to pause.
Oh, please, please, please.
Okay, so there have been two really big exposés, one by the Washington Post and one by the Examiner. So they're coming at this from numerous angles. So the first one is they've gone after a lot of the intuitive eating dietitians.
Okay.
So can I give you some statistics?
Please.
Okay. So Washington Post analyzed more than 6,000 social media posts by 68 registered dietitians with a combined reach of over 9 million followers. 40% of them were using the anti-diet language, right? Like food freedom, no food rules, ditch the diet, healthy in any size, so on and so forth. Very often not disclosing the fact that they were paid by the big food companies.
Okay.
Okay, so they're basically going after the intuitive eating dietitians. I can give you Abby Sharp.
But that's okay though. But I want you to listen.
Okay,
because
yeah.
they are doing that.
Yes.
But the aspect that the body positive movement is really for us, that is not even anywhere we need to equate into it. It
Don't
really
agree
is.
with you. When they're
That's
using
fine.
your movement.
But do you, and I'm gonna say this clearly and for right now, I don't care who uses my fucking movement. I want the movement to be there. And that right there, they can take it. It's marketing and sales 101. Of course they're gonna use the fucking movement.
Asking
It
for it to
doesn't-
go away.
But
I'm
it's
suggesting.
now see, there's a suggestion.
Okay.
I like it. I like a
Okay,
suggestion.
I'm suggesting that it could evolve, that you guys could call out when you're co-opted, that you could centralize messaging so that it's not all over the place.
Now that, Jillian,
right?
I am not opposed to.
Okay,
I'm not opposed to that.
But I'm not saying it should. That's not a claim.
No, but the thing is I want you to know who the true beneficiaries are. You're saying that they are the main
I'm
beneficiaries.
speaking financially.
Yeah, and
I
that's
apologize.
okay. And that's okay. But you're saying the claim says that the large food companies
Yes.
are the main beneficiaries of the body positive movement. That is not correct.
I understand.
Because we are the main people. We are the main beneficiaries of the body positive movement. If someone wants to come and get on our coattails, go ahead.
Disagree
do
with you on that. I
And
think that's a
okay.
mistake.
And that's okay.
I think that you guys could tell them. You could expose what they're doing. Can I read you something else?
Please.
Okay.
I'm here
Let
to
me- Can I
hear,
just show
just
you
like this is a
how
great dialogue.
diabolical this is? Okay. I have a friend
Mm-hmm.
that's on the inside. He sent me this. He goes, I just want to show you the ways in which this is being in the inside of I can't say that a big food
company.
You got
Yes,
it
yes,
exactly.
yes.
Okay, so here's the intentional message overlap, right? 4/7, day after day, year after
Their body
year.
positivity
No.
scientists. So this is the thing.
No, I'm
right?
saying
what you're
they
describing
want
is a
no
misuse of
friction.
science.
Yeah.
What you're
Yes.
describing is,
Yes.
what you're
They want
describing
no
is
friction.
business. What you're describing is capitalism. What you're
Yes.
describing is greed.
Yes. I'm
Body
happy to
positivity
indict that.
is not the reason for that.
No, I'm suggesting that I think you guys should get pretty freaking vocal and pissed because these guys are actively manipulating your message. So much, I haven't even gotten to half the shit that they do. So for example, they have effectively lobbied to remove nutrition guidelines and warning labels on food packaging because of harmful shame. It's like, trans fats are bad for your health.
Okay,
It's a fact.
They have advocated for that. The
Yes,
body positivity movement, the
they're
fat activist movement, they're
your
using our
messaging.
language, right? Like
Yes.
you said, co-opting,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
So they should stop co-opting our shit.
But they're not going to. But
Right.
yes, that's what I'm
Okay,
saying.
so how do we
I
build
think
more-
you guys should get pissed about it. Like I get the things you're pissed at.
We are pissed about a lot of
I
things.
get it.
This
Can you
is a-
add this
it's a
to the list?
long
Add
list.
this.
This
I'm
is-
saying they're the primary. You want to
And
indict someone?
It is on the
indict
list.
these.
It is on the list. Say fat. right?
Okay, fine.
Because
so this was started by a gentleman whose wife was fat.
Yes.
Who was discriminated against.
Yes.
That's where your part began. Intuitive eating
yes,
is
that's
a
not
different
how I
animal.
came into it through body positivity,
I understand,
right?
but
because
that's
we're
how the
mixing a lot of
movement started. If
no,
you really want to try to
that's
sell
how
me on
my
the fact
organization
that I am
started.
totally deluded
The
and that this has
movement
nothing to do
started
with body
with
size or
Black women and
eating
femmes in the
issues.
civil rights movement, with women, with people at Stonewall who were fat people, with fat performers. That's how the
What's the
movement
through
started.
line though? What's the through line?
What do you mean?
Okay, so people at Stonewall, is it because they were gay or because they were gay and, as you guys say, fat?
Right.
Is it
It was because they were gay, but there were fat people there, and those fat people talked about their fat
So
bodies.
hold on, gay people are part of the body positivity movement?
A huge part
No,
of the body positivity.
on the merits of just being gay, guys.
No.
That's what I'm, not
Body-
gay and
Defending
fat.
people's body sovereignty, people's body autonomy, people's right to live freely in their body.
What is
we
the
have
core
different
premise
angles.
of discrimination?
The
it
core-
started with regard to being fat. Am I right? That is what he started your organization
My
for.
organization, yes,
Okay,
but that's not the
healthy
whole
at every
movement.
size.
The beginning
is
of the-
about access for people.
Right, and
who
health at every
are-
size.
I think now it has been co-opted by many or misinterpreted, misutilized. You don't think so? Okay, I've seen very many people say I can be healthy at any size.
Well, I think
or
that
every
that-
size.
I mean, I think that
I've
that
seen
can be true.
very many people, and I've debated with very many people who've utilized that point.
Well, I personally believe you can be healthy at any size.
I don't.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not going to debate that point because I don't think that that's what we're talking about right now. So I want to come back to when you were saying that, big food is profiting off of the body positivity movement, and that's like a really terrible, bad thing. Okay.
I don't think it's good.
Okay. So what is your fear with that? Like, I want to understand
These
your
guys-
concern.
I don't think we have enough time for me to tell you how deep my concerns are. With
Let's
these,
do the
with these guys.
TDRL, the too long didn't read.
I think that okay, let's go back. God, all right, if we go back to the 70s, or like late 60s, 5% of American adults were obese or overweight, right? Now it's 74%. Like, what happened? Did everybody just have a moral failing? Was it a quantum
changed
leap in
the-
genetics?
they
No, I'm
changed the
being-
BMI
being
overnight.
hypothetical, what I'm trying- no. Look
They-
at pictures.
they
Look at
did.
pictures.
Oversimplifying EDs, like body positivity is oversimplifying EDs, oversimplifying trauma. You're taking away the people that that use the body positivity moment to find someone who they can relate to, and so someone that they can connect with that doesn't have the same road that maybe the masses had, but has their same road. Yeah.
You've been voted out by the majority. Please return to your seat.
Hi,
I'm Summer. How are you?
Jillian. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so the body positivity movement actually got me out of my eating disorder, and if that's okay, I would like to tell you a little bit about it.
Absolutely.
So growing up, I wasn't ever fat. I just have I have large breasts. I have got a condition, basically. I know you're laughing.
I'm laughing because that would be my dream. That's the
No,
only
I
reason
know.
I'm laughing. I was like, poor you, Summer. I'm sorry. Go ahead. not to try to invalidate how you feel.
That's okay. That's
Sorry,
okay.
go ahead.
So I've got a condition called macromastia. It means that my breasts will just continuously keep growing. So I had to deal with this like my whole childhood, and I got like picked on and bullied and stuff because I was 8 years old with like double Ds. So that's absolutely
The movement is stopping people from being assholes?
no. That's not what I said.
I think you're not right about that.
No, that's not what I
definitely
said
don't
at
think.
all.
You
I
just said you think it stops people from judging other people.
Yeah, well,
no shot that's going to happen.
They're
It's just not they're going
judging
to hide it
people
from
on
you.
their size or what they're
Of course they are.
They're not. Though.
Sure they
Okay,
are.
okay, pause. You've been voted out by the majority.
That's okay, thank
Please
you.
return to your seat.
Nice to meet you.
Lilia. So I think the language there is a little bit tone deaf just because I actually believe that gym talk, diet culture oversimplifies eating disorders.
Two separate
and
issues, though. Both can be true at the same time.
both can be true as in
As in, you could absolutely be making, first of all, gym talk should have nothing to do with eating disorders. So you're right. But it's a separate issue than the claim I'm making.
how is it separate?
Well, okay. So you're saying gym talk oversimplifies trauma and eating disorders, right?
Well,
I agree
not
with
just
you.
gym talk, but just the way that our youth, all of us we are all exposed to that. Like, we can't just avoid it. And when
Still
you
a separate
see
issue, though. I'm trying to say that the way
to a
what
doctor
define
or
what you want when you say body positivity, what kind of health expert are you looking for? I know a million doctors, and all of them would love to help somebody. Whether
but what
they're
is help? Is help saying you need to get your ass in the gym, you need to restrict your
you
eating,
tell me
whatever.
what help is for you when you go to that.
That's what
doctor.
I think everybody should have the opportunity and confidence to do, and that's what body positivity is teaching people. It's not teaching people that they're perfect in the mirror and that they don't deserve to have the courage to change.
You still haven't given me a how. All you're telling
What
me is
I think we all are here to
look-
figure out how, because nobody has the answer.
That is not true. Many people have
so-
the answer, sweetheart. Psychoanalysts have the
I-
answer.
I'm sorry, I don't like to be called sweetheart when we're like debating.
Forgive me.
But
many people have the answer. And
okay, but you believe you have the answer, and you believe that somehow body positivity is not involved in bettering yourself. I just think that's contradictory. I really do.
I don't see how. I think that there are absolutely experts that have the answer, and it's more than platitudes.
So what
in
is
a
the answer
mirror.
then to you? If it's not
Getting treatment with a person who's gone to school and specializes in this.
that would be
who
great
will
if you
be
feel
able-
welcomed and comfortable in that person's
that
space.
There are many experts that's happened to you. I think you're seeing the wrong people. I know a lot of really good people.
But that's also privilege. Of course, you know a lot of good people. You're a rich white woman who's been on television. And I would love to know, somebody
A lot of
mentioned
them
the
write
show.
books.
Totally.
A lot
I
of
could read a
them-
book. I've read a lot of diet books, Jillian.
Not a diet book.
Or whatever. What kind of book? A self-help book?
Well, I mean, if you're struggling with an eating disorder and you're telling me I have no access to
Well, how
any
do I know if I'm
expert-
struggling with an eating disorder? Where does genetics play into all of this?
Do you want to take on genetics? We can.
Go ahead. Are you a scientist?
Do you think you have to be a scientist to understand?
No, but
the
I
way
haven't heard
genetics
one
work?
comment about where do genetics
Well,
play
that's
in.
that's not the claim. If you want to get into genetics and
Repeat
obesity,
the claim again. First of all, obesity is a very outdated term. It's based on the BMI, which is based on white men.
actually-
in this. Come on, Jillian. You could be single-handedly responsible for updating the BMI.
Okay, but we also have waist to hip, and we have DEXA, and we have MRI.
Yeah, but let's be honest.
So
what are the
with BMI,
MRI meaning
you
like
don't
the
even-
machine most fat people don't even fit in?
You have DEXA, and you have
I've never
waist
heard
to
of that,
hip.
girl. What's a DEXA?
DEXA
These
scan.
are normal people. We are on TikTok.
Okay, how about waist to hip?
Hold on. There's also been a lot
Waist
of
to
like
hip
blame
ratio?
DEXA.
35% of your body weight being comprised of body fat.
The thing that I think is most interesting is that you didn't get to earlier.
You didn't ask me earlier.
Well, I haven't gotten there. Is no, with someone else. You said, because I'm seeing a very different person than from who we've seen on television. And I think there's been a lot of blame shifting to influencers and TikTok. And the reality is, girl, that's where we're all getting our info now. I've never seen a full episode of The Biggest Loser because my parents told me to watch it and I said, all the way off.
Right, but you have
So-
no rage at your parents whatsoever, right?
Oh, well, I'm not fat
None.
because of the rage at my
all
parents.
the way off? That doesn't sound like a primary wound telling your parents to all the way
But
off.
the
Is
primary-
that not evidence of what I'm saying?
Totally. Primary wound plus genetics plus whatever choices I make in my life is where what you're
Can I ask
seeing
you
now.
something? Pick the argument we want to have. Do you want to have a debate?
I want
Do
to
you wanna
hear who
discuss
you are on the
genetics?
show, who that person is and was,
Okay.
and who this person is now, because
Same
I'm seeing
person. It's not at all. Can I say something? You just told me you never watched an episode of Biggest
Oh, but I've seen TikTok clips. I saw the documentary. I mean,
have
who
you
hasn't?
have you ever seen a full episode? Let's say with one of my contestants like Abby Wright.
Tell me about
or
the show.
Michelle
Tell me
Aguilar.
whatever. Tell me who you were on the show. Tell me where that.
So in this analogy, the sinner is the child and God is the
All
parent.
right, pause. You've been voted out by the majority. Please
damn it.
return to. So wonderful.
Okay, it was a pleasure and thank you for sharing your story.
Hi, Solstice.
Hi, lovely to meet you.
So you said something about it being inherently disempowering because you don't believe you can make changes, right? Am I paraphrasing?
No, I'm suggesting that there is no framework. There's no, now that we've accepted where we are today, what can we take responsibility for and how can we take action?
Sure. So, are you familiar? You brought up a quote of your own. Are you familiar with the quote, "To those accustomed to privilege, equality can feel like oppression"? Do you understand how weight is interactive and intersectional with all these other identities? When somebody is a fat person, it intersects with other aspects of the world that have marginalized them.
Give me examples.
Example of a person, or
No. Of how you're feeling, in ways you feel marginalized.
Me?
And who are you speaking for?
Anyone. I don't think it's about a specific person. I think when you say that it is important to take responsibility for
You in any way you asked me to.
So would you say that it should be against the law to discriminate against people based on their body size?
Unquestionably.
So why don't we see more fitness and wellness advocates asking for that?
I'm happy to ask for it. I'll ask for it right now. I didn't know that you thought I wasn't for it. Of course I feel that way.
Well, I didn't know your personal view on the laws specifically or public policy specifically in this particular civil rights way, but certainly, would you agree with me that your industry is not like, we don't see a bunch of fitness professionals coming out and being like, hey, we should actually talk more about the way that people are discriminated against, instead of, hey, we should actually talk about how those people should lose weight if they don't want to be discriminated
Absolutely fair point.
against. Thank you. Will you contact your representative and say something?
Right, you're looking at her. I'm right here. I'll help, girl.
I'm sure that y'all heard it right here. Jillian Michaels said, I will contact my representatives.
Girl, I'm right here. I'll give you my cell phone.
All right,
Let's
pause. Tigress has won her section of
Tigress
the
has
debate.
won.
Please return to your seat.
Hi, my name is Rachel.
Nice to meet you, Rachel.
A little bit of background on me first. I'm a personal trainer. I would consider myself an advocate for the body positive. But shame, I mean,
It is a core
but
tenet
we're talking
of the
about positive.
movement.
Have you ever felt shame?
Of course.
Shame is not size exclusive.
I didn't say it was.
But then why is a movement that was created to make people feel better about the body
How
that
does
they're
it do
in?
that? Tell me. You don't think it has a protocol for addressing shame? It's pretty explicit.
No, but have you ever been in a bigger body?
Yeah, it was 175 pounds at 13, 5 feet tall.
Okay. I also was overweight previously. Like when everybody is telling you that you are not good the way that you are, like you have to like love yourself. You have to invite love into the space.
How?
By looking at yourself in the mirror and telling yourself, I'm beautiful.
It's not gonna work, kid.
It
That's
does
an
work.
SNL skit.
It's not.
Yes, it is.
How it's positive affirmations. Like we're like, no, this is like real. Like how we
Positive
speak.
affirmation
how
is
we
like
speak
dealing with a bullet wound with a Band-Aid.
Okay. But you have to speak to yourself with love. Exercise can be a very shameful thing for people in a bigger body where they already don't feel invited
Conflating
into
two
the
different
space.
issues.
No, but it's that I brought up body positivity and you brought up shame.
Shame is how externalized, and then it's invalidated. And
That same form of what you call shame, I call self-love. And that same
what am
feeling
I calling shame?
You're calling the feeling of feeling uncomfortable in the size of your body shame.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that the movement suggests you address shame by externalizing it. Diet culture made me feel this way. Capitalism made me feel this way.
No, not diet culture. Bye-bye. Body positivity. I'm a woman with a baby. I am 6 months postpartum.
Okay.
Body positivity is for me too. I have
Hopeful.
loose skin on my stomach. I don't look the same as I did before I had a child. I gained 70 pounds and had to work to lose it because that was my choice. And I wanted to move my body to feel better. So body positivity is not diet culture. There's like more bodies that fit into this umbrella that you're talking about than just like, oh, big people. Oh,
I'm not saying that there aren't.
Then what is this diet, like why diet culture? Like why is that the first thing that rings your bell? Like when you think of that?
It's not the first thing that rings my bell, but what I'm suggesting is that very often.
What's the first thing you think of?
What's the
when you think
first?
of body
Gosh, there's
positivity?
many different pieces to this patchwork
What's the first
quilt.
thing you think of when you think of?
Honestly,
Is it the word fat?
I think no.
Then what is it?
Because you talk about using fear and shame.
I don't talk about. First of all, that is a life or death intervention on a ticking clock.
But
Biggest
do you
loser.
look at
That's
me and
not
see a life or death
parenthood.
need for an intervention right now? Be honest.
Yeah,
You might.
I do. We don't have a ticking clock. which means that if you chose to reach out to me
We're
to
all on a
maybe
ticking
work on,
clock.
not in the way that you go home in a week, dude. In the way that I get 6 days to try to figure out, to try to help you.
Okay, so
that's
no, you're back
very
to the
different.
show now, the ticking clock.
I thought we were
being
talking
is-
about, well, you're
Sure.
asking me about fear, and I'm telling you that parenting and Biggest Loser, there's no parallel.
Okay, so shame.
Okay.
Shaming someone. So like,
I didn't say it's okay to shame someone. I'm telling you that the utilization of these emotions, I'm telling you that shame is a signal. It's telling you, hey, look over here. This here, so.
but shame from the world. Like any shame I've felt from, okay, we'll start here.
Shame from the world. You're externalizing shame, which is exactly what I don't agree with.
And you're saying that I've externalized it by
No.
carrying it on my
You're-
body
you
as
ju-
well.
No, I'm saying when
That's a little bit of what you said earlier about the
no,
trauma is
hold on.
externalized.
Box and really hurts, which is why people have defense structures, coping mechanisms, so on and so forth. The way through that, you feel it, and then after you grieve it, after you explore it, then we can implement.
A weight release.
No,
Oh, my
no,
trauma.
no, a perspective
I've released
shift.
it, and therefore
No.
then I will be thin.
A perspective shift and a behavior change.
Yes, of course. I've been desperate my entire life to change my behaviors and shift my this and change my eating and buy Factor and go on this diet and sign up for the trainer and go to the gym and do the thing and pay thousands of dollars and get the Peloton and go to SoulCycle.
But that's all surface stuff, dude.
Sure, but the shame
Yes.
never came from myself.
I know.
The shame is
but
external
you-
factors, and
hold
that
on.
is why
Remember
we
when you
turn
said to me
body
earlier?
positivity.
Remember when you said to me earlier, "Fuck my parents."
Okay, I didn't say it like that. Mommy's
Girl.
watching. Me and mommy's watching. But here, let's talk about the parental wound. I'll tell you how my parent was wounded. Want to talk about that?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. I feel like you are saying, Maha, Maga, it's too close. I think they should have picked a different name. We can work on that. But my thing is that what you're saying is, I feel that you're coming to the table. You're like, listen, I think that I'm a little bit seats, don't charge them extra, let them on the plane, bitch. She's gonna go to Nabisco and say, stop putting this shit in the food because Jillian, I like the food in Europe. I like the makeup in Europe even
I
better.
have been doing the Nabisco part. The,
Cool,
The
so thank
Southwest
you.
part is a bit of a separate conversation, but the Nabisco
Sure, there's
part
a lot
I've
of
been doing.
conversations. I think you're coming to the table to say whether or not, it's just like Oprah, we acknowledge our part in diet culture and whatever, like let's make the change. Let's blame
It's
it on the
not
bad guys.
About diet culture.
We haven't even talked about diet culture today. That is a separate episode. Body positivity is what we're talking about. I think we have turned to body positivity because of the shame. Because at 9 years old,
Yes.
my mother,
Yeah.
who was a translator for her mother, who was an immigrant, at that time, it was very easy to come to this country. My grandfather came here with a letter in 1964, $100 in his pocket. They are the American dream.
Gotcha.
My mother was at the doctor with her mother.
Okay.
And a doctor, a professional man,
Okay.
I'm sure he was likely white, turned to her and said, ask your mom if she can have sex. Okay. Ask your mom, just tell your mom she's like a VW bug going up a hill with 9 people in it. Foil, but I didn't understand.
I know, because it becomes you, but unconsciously you do understand. And now this pattern is playing out everywhere. It has a name. It's literally Freudian. It is called a repetition compulsion.
What about the genetics? Like when I look at photos, you said there were no fat children 100 years ago.
No.
I find that very strange.
There were
to
very
me.
few. And
Okay, there were fewer.
Fact check me.
But there have always been fat people.
Hold on.
And there always will be. We will not be eradicated and we're not going anywhere. Fat's where it's at. We've reclaimed the word. You don't have to do this anymore. You can say bigger bodied. You can say fat.
Okay.
I want to ask you right now to stop using obese and be a part of that.
Okay, so you want fat?
Obese is a slur.
I've always thought that calling someone fat was actually far. Because if fat is tissue, it's not a person.
But
if you-
society, it's the worst thing you can be. It's absolutely what every woman and man, woman, and child mostly.
So you're saying fat is the worst thing you can be. So is
That's
this
what
like
our society projects.
But so you guys want
That's
to
what you're
reclaim-
yelling at people on
Wait,
the show to be like, don't you want more than to just be fat? It's
Why do you
what
think-
everyone is so afraid of.
Why do you think they showed up? Because they didn't want to be there? You think that they showed up because they were forced? There were thousands of people. They showed up because they wanted.
An angry person. I think in this context, it's harmful to say that the world doesn't have an impact on why people want to be on a show that's about weight loss.
I think that people want to be on a show that's about weight loss because they want to lose weight.
I think it's because everyone has told us we have to lose weight, that you are not good if you don't lose weight. If your friends are at a burger joint, you're the one getting the salad because you know you should restrain from the burger even though we're at a burger place because
Why should you restrain from the burger?
because that is what the world has told me, that I have to make the good, healthy choice. Also, let's talk about the fact that no one here said that we don't owe anybody health. I don't owe anybody my health.
Do you want to be healthy?
I am healthy. I'm healthy for me. And this is what healthy for me looks like.
Can I ask you this? If I sent you to a doctor who ran a full comprehensive blood panel, if there were biomarkers,
Yeah, there would be some fatty liver stuff coming up.
Okay.
Sure, yeah, the
do
cholesterol.
you classify that as not value? This has nothing to do with your value.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about
Is
numbers, the
fatty
data.
liver,
Sure.
healthy.
But thin people get fatty liver too.
They're far less inclined.
We're out of time. Stop there. Thanks for sharing your story. I really do think that was valuable. Thank you all for being